You sold 82 wagons as scrap. So I want you to explain to us how, and in Uganda, how you sold 82 wagons here in the country as scrap. Then this contractor got, and he got a contract, what Honorable also was saying about refurbishing the rail at a certain amount of money. But he later got an exemption. So he saved money, but you still paid the total amount. The third, yes, the Minister of Finance wrote asking for an exemption for everything that was coming. Section 7, specifically 10, monitoring, states the URC project manager shall supervise and approve consultants' monthly report within 10 working days period after submission. This approval shall be the basis upon which payment of the consultant's monthly invoice shall be done. It means no payment was done without the project manager's approval. Now the first question is, you budgeted for 15 experts to fly in, but as per the last meeting we saw 2. The budget was 39,750 euros. This is an equivalent of 171 million, roughly, on a conservative estimation. So who took the money and how did you approve payment of 171 million for people who didn't fly in? 2, the back team travels, back team office. You are supposed to have 15 members of the back team office. Also, travel of 155 million. These members were not there, but you approved the payment of the travel from Spain, 15 people of the back team office. You again had 6 workshops in Kampala, and you told us you went to Silver Springs. Luckily enough, we have managed to retrieve the LPOs, the amount of people you had paid for to eat that day. But you budgeted for 36,000 euros for 6 workshops. We have minutes for Silver Springs. Maybe you can tell us where you spent this money, but the project manager still approved the payment. You further budgeted for 274 million, roughly, an equivalent of 63,600 euros for 24 staff of URC to travel to Spain. We want to know who are these 24 staff, because you paid this money. Mr. Sol Tukashaba, capacity building, the experts. Last time we saw Pascazia denying that she didn't receive 738,000 euros. Sol Tukashaba, 733,000 euros. Emmanuel Liamuleme, 864,000 euros. Augustine Martin, 1.170 million euros. And Chris Ntegekarija, 828,000 euros. Luckily enough, we have some of the people here. We want you to tell us, because that means the project manager approved these payments, and even when some of these didn't participate in training, some of these experts did not come. So we want to know who took this money. How did consultants know who to recruit? How do they know these people are the best to recruit as experts? On page 122, technical terms, bullet 3, specifically capacity building. The consultant suggests for the annual training program a scope between 4 to 6 courses a year. For you have about, the accountability you gave us has about, I think, 30 courses or more. But the program scope between 4 to 6 courses a year, with a duration per course between 30 to 40 hours. Each course is limited to 20 people. The contract is here. I can share it with you if you don't have it. 20 people. You gave us accountability of 300, 288, 42. So you need to explain to us, project manager. Luckily enough, all these you are going to speak on oath. I have many. You'll forgive me. URC, you people, URC. You employed a project consultant for this project, the whole entire Spanish loan, when the work was at 90% finished. What was he going to do? This was Troy and M. Why were you still, because a project consultant should have come early, but you employed him when the work was at 90% complete. So explain to us, because you are just wasting our money. Give the committee, because PPDA, the PPDA Act and Regulations, I will take you to section 53(3). Did you have, because you should have had a contract management plan. You did not have it. You did not ascertain the quality. And it's clearly stated in section 53(3)(4). You further did not establish whether this company complied with the best practice. That is section 53(3)(5). Section 53(d), you should engage acceptance. Sorry, you should manage acceptance procedures. Section 53(f), the contract manager should appraise the performance of the provider and report to the procuring entity. All this was not done. So all your reports, you submitted monthly reports, all your reports lacked all these things. So you need to explain to us and the committee. Honorable Emma, you had something to say? But it's now clear you first signed a contract, the contractor went now to look for the money, not you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I am a Christian, and by the grace of God, we are here. And the same grace is what God tells us to extend to people that do wrong. So I want to give the same grace to Godfrey and the team that both these vehicles at the price that they felt like it was good for them. But I want to ask a few questions. How long or what period of time did the contractor use these vehicles? Because we can also want to understand the depreciation.
3 years.
3 years. So a vehicle bought at about 180 million. Or maybe 25, because when I calculated 185. Do you think in 3 years it would have gone through that depreciation? No. So the mere fact that you got the vehicles back from the contractor, they were supposed to be kept at the corporation to help in the transport activities. But you saw it best fit that you should use them. What do we call that? I want to ask the manager.
You're all going to respond on oath.
I believe that is.
You're all going to respond on
I
oath.
believe that is what our constitution calls corruption, because you cannot just transfer things the way you want. You have not advertised. They have not checked whether these vehicles now are ready to be loaded, not meant to be disposed. So that I believe that is corruption. Then number two, last time when we were here, I wanted to know about our things, our trailers. The trailers? The wagons. I remember I asked the managing director about our wagons, and I recommended through chair that you should put a statement down for these wagons. But now I have just heard from chair that they sold. That means I will say he sold, because he was the managing director. Isn't it, boss? So since you sold our cargos, our wagons, I believe now it is the highest time we should effect the next steps.
Yeah, he has not responded.
Which are here, but the next steps should be implemented. Thank you, Chair. I'll come back later.
And under what circumstances
Correct.
do you establish a cost of, and then you come up with a needs assessment after? It does really. This is a. You say we need 4.8 million euros to train people. Then you come up with the kind of trainings you need after. How? You start responding. Yes, Honorable Nathan.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair and Honorable Minister. I would want to put a question to the MD.
I was appointed to the committee in September 2023. I remember in October we had a meeting, and for the record, we did not approve any payments. We only reviewed the CFO might have participated in payments because of her position, but as a committee, we did not discuss payments. We only looked at the reports. Maybe for clarity, the experts were not only doing training. They had other roles, including hand-holding and other activities in the departments. So when we would meet, we would look at the report and say, did this happen in your department? The activities, not training. Did this happen in your department? Yes, they did it where it was applicable. The payments were approved separately, but even then, our first meeting, which happened in October, we asked about the vehicles. The record was that we were supposed to provide 4 vehicles. We asked for the 4th vehicle because there were 3 pickups. It did not happen. And I think we attended around 3 meetings. We asked the contract manager to move forward.
Was the contracts manager bigger than your committee?
So, and for us, we asked him to.
I am asking you a question.
No, I don't know how to phrase that.
Did he have more power
What
than this
Chair
committee?
is saying is that there's a committee of about 5 people who should be more powerful than the contract manager. The contract manager only gives guidance for you to take your decisions.
Actually, I just wanted to say that the committee did not work. It did not work. We met 3 times, asked questions. Some of the committee members actually refused to attend completely, one of them. We attended around 3 of them. We attended around 3 of them, 3 meetings. We did not say ourselves influencing the project and moved it slow.
So who was influencing the project?
The contract manager was the one in control of the project with the accounting officer.
Who was the accounting officer?
At the time we came, it was Mr. CPA Bulega.
Now we have one. Now we need a bigger fish.
Whatever we discussed and what we had minutes. So if there is any approval we did, we stand by our minutes, not by anything else.
So what did you do in those 3 meetings?
We asked for information. The reports which were given at that time, we discussed them. I said around 3 meetings. We asked for the 4th vehicle. It don't. Actually, it was the biggest problem.
Just you are trying to avoid responsibility. The 3 meetings you are looking for 1 vehicle.
No, the 3 meetings we approved the reports of that time. We looked at the reports of that time.
Yes, it means you hold responsibility. You approved reports that influenced payments. Because the report from the from the project manager would clearly state that this service has been given. So we need to pay.
No, actually, if I can recall, every meeting we had a matrix of actions that we wanted implemented. So it is not that we necessarily we are fully aligned to the approvals, but the payments went on because we were told it was lump sum, so we had no capacity to stop payment.
Who told you it was lump sum?
Chair information.
Chair
Honour
information.
Chair.
Chair. Honour Chair.
Chair information.
Honour Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think first of all what we are getting is that number one, the committee did not exercise its mandate. But Chair, as we are discussing, I think critical for us to note is that we are dealing with a chain of events. Number one, we have the consultant himself. For the consultant, the first point of contact and the first line of defense is the contract. Are you the contract manager or the? No, Chief. What is your title? You are the consultant or the contract manager?
Contract manager.
So the first line of defense, Chair, is the contract manager. The second line of defense should have been the committee and finance. Yeah? And that is why it's critical, because finance is supposed to be checking before approving what the contract manager actually submits. The third line of defense is your audit, which I believe did their job, had findings. Those findings should...
The team was formed in September 2023, and I was the acting chief finance officer then, so I was representing the department. During the meetings, questions came up on issues which were in the contract, but we were informed that this was a lump sum contract for which a fixed amount is to be paid.
But you were informed by who?
By the contract manager.
Who is that?
Mr. Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
And also that the only deliverable was the report, the monthly report. So we would sit and review the report. And would report
was made by who?
By the consultant, consultants. So it would be submitted to the contract manager, the project manager or whatever, and he would bring it and would discuss it. And we would actually review the report to see whether trainings have been done, to see whether the staff attended the trainings, and also to follow through whatever was made for our particular departments, because each department now on the team which was formed, each department was represented, so each one would check their area.
So, Chair.
Pamela, the internal auditor, I've read your internal audit reports. Even the internal auditor said you people are not doing due diligence. You are just approving. Where's the internal audit? This is the new one. But you have read those reports because I have them here.
Chair and the members, rightly observed, I'm the new one and I have my senior who...
So I'll be the one to send the staff to attend the training.
Now the question is, you spent 36,000 euros in a workshop or workshops. Where were these workshops?
Chair, I wouldn't know the costs for.
But you approved them to pay the consultant. Because the first stage is your report, it is very clear. Your report guides Ministry of Works, guides Ministry of Finance, You are the first, but the rest we are coming to them, even the big people. But we have started from the ground.
Chair, if finance is not comfortable with the human resource people who attended, you as a finance, they are asset things. On the issue of the vehicle, because these are assets, why did you clear? Because finance, you may say people who trained, I don't know, you ask human resource. Now you as a finance and the head of the procurement and engineering, the mechanical, you have finance, how did you enter these vehicles in your books? Did you look at the vehicles because you were there? Were these vehicles you knew? And they were old, according to what the consultant person was saying. Why did you pay the money, the old vehicles, and you paid? No. If you realize, what did you do as a finance?
And additionally, where is this furniture you bought at 60,000 euros? Because they should have put it in the office space you gave them, since you are in finance. The office space, according to this contract, they were supposed to pay for it. Who is taking the money? Where is the software you purchased at 35,900 euros?
Thank you, Chair. We were not paying for individual items which the consultant was supposed to buy.
Yes, but your monthly report would confirm this has been delivered. We need to pay.
Yes, for example, when it was realized that the consultant had bought only 3 pickups instead of 4, the project manager wrote to the consultant to ask where the 4th vehicle was.
And he ended up taking it.
No, the pickup, the pickups.
Doesn't your boss next to you have the pickup?
Yeah, but they were supposed to be 4.
But doesn't your boss have the pickup?
I'm not aware. I'm not very sure.
Chair.
So, Chair.
Procedure.
We are wasting time. Let's have the gentleman. We have so many things to do.
But Chair,
Chair,
on the
just
pickup,
1 minute.
Chair,
So,
first wait. Chair.
I need to first ask this finance. So you are trying to confirm to us that actually you did not buy 4 cars, you just bought 3, right?
3, and the old ones.
No, whatever it is.
Through you, Chair, we were not the ones purchasing
Yes.
the items.
So how many cars were bought?
By the consultant.
Yes, by the consultant.
3 pickups.
So it is not 4.
No, there were 4. In the end, this Tokanang, I'm told, wrote requesting for the other one. And he took it after.
No, it was never bought.
Chair,
But I don't want people to think we are accusing you. Don't you have the pickup? Okay.
Chair, I beg your indulgence.